I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
You ate it, Ralph.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
No, Ralph. Oh, you ate it.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
Now you're local on the 8s.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Bad, baby. Bad.
Channel 8 at 5:30.
Check it out, man. The question you gotta ask yourself is how badly do you want to see the greatest fucking rock and roll show on the fucking earth, right? It's a couple of you can joints in the audience. You're talking about up in Detroit, Rock City, brother.
Oh, what I'm gonna do to you. I'm so angry.
We apologize for the profanity, which he also said on our air.
Bunch of guys create bad music, dress like freaks, and wear more makeup than all my sisters combined? No. These assholes gotta be stopped.
Now starts the IA Music Podcast.
Are we back on? Let's go.
We are good to go.
We live, guys.
All right. What up, guys? My name is Tony Slumz. Today we are doing an IA podcast without the homie Omar. I decided to take over for a little bit. It is brought to you by, us right here, Jonny Keyz, 760 Media, Chris, Drive-By. Y'all gonna introduce yourselves, even though I already introduced y'all. Starting with Keyz.
Yeah, you already know what's good, everybody. It's your boy Jonny Keyz. You know, we out here with the boy Slumz. I'm right here hanging out with the neighbors, you know, YoungChris Lildriveby. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. YoungChris.
What up? It's Lil Drive-By. Yo, what's good, guys? It's YoungChris right here. I got Lil Drive-By to my left, Jonny Keyz to my right.
Doctor, producer, rapper, producer. All right, clearly we're fucking around.
Oh, man.
All right, man. So, let's go straight into it.
Yeah.
Because we've been bullshitting this whole time.
It's cool though. Gotta catch the vibe.
It's been
like
honestly a solid 20 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah.
Hey, but we were setting up a lot of cables, setting up a lot of mics. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to do the whole shebang.
Talking about classic hits
of
the early nights.
Yep.
Neighbors EP.
The Neighbors EP, which is
I heard that one's gonna be a classical. What do you think, Drive-By?
Yeah. Yeah.
The man of little words. So I mean, let's go pretty much straight into it, man.
Yeah.
Keyz.
What up?
About yourself, man. I know of you. A handful of heads know about you. You've kind of been this engineering extraordinaire from the Valley, kind of low key and shit. You've touched a handful of fucking projects out here. You do get your due diligence, but I don't think enough people actually know about what you bring constantly and how your workflow is and what really got you doing this.
Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I was always one to just try and help, man. Like, anything that I knew or any little bit of advice or anything that I could do as far as music goes, like, I was just willing to help, and I started basically everything, just doing the mixing and mastering for people. Eventually just started doing beats, and that basically just projected me to the point where I'm at today, producing full projects for people now and just working on different styles of beats and, just working, just trying to get my name out there, man. And yeah, a lot of people, they know who I am. I don't really try to put myself on a pedestal and like, say I'm the best and this and that, because it really isn't about that. It's just me trying to bring something different to the table and just trying to help out as many people as I can, as long as they're willing to accept the help, That's
what's the first project you actually worked on?
The first project
one that got you, basically, that sparked you, because I know a lot of people, they start with like MCing, like some of the music, but did you start off wanting to engineer, or did you start off wanting to be an artist? So
basically I started off as when I was younger, like when I was like 13 and shit. Our first song, Lowrider, that was more of like an introduction to music for me. It was the first song I had ever recorded, first song I had ever mixed or thought I mixed. That sounds like shit. But you know, it all grew from there. It obviously had to start somewhere. That was for me the starting point. I wanted to be an artist. I continued being an artist for years to come, and I mean, I felt like engineering and mixing was kind of my strong suit. You know, that was where I kind of excelled a little more. So I kind of just stuck to the mixing and engineering for a while. I was doing a lot of projects for Eddie Zuko, or Eddie Boy as he was back then. A lot of stuff for Pena, a lot of stuff for Young Jordo. You know, just for the team itself, you know, J-Star, and you know, we grew like that, Viva Same Difference, and that's basically where I was kind of like, you know, just engineering a lot. And eventually I just kind of started getting into the production side of things, and I just started producing actual beats. I started making beats, and basically from there that kind of just took off. You know, I started writing music again. I started putting together hooks, started putting together complete songs. I'd say the first project that I felt like was the first one that, okay, so I'll put it like this. The first project that I thought was the best that I had ever put in as much work into was the El Zuko EP. That EP we basically recorded on a weekend to 4 days.
Oh, shit.
Zuko went out to Phoenix, man, and he came through. I was going out there to school, and I had access to these really dope studios, and you know, me and Zuko were chopping it up, and he was like, yo dog, I want to go out there, I want to record this shit, you know, the right way. I was like, for sure dude, come out, I'll book the sessions and we'll go from there. So he came out, you know, came out on a weekend on a Thursday night, had him booked. You know, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we knocked that whole thing out, man. You know, as far as the tracking goes. And then, you know, the mixing and mastering, I kind of just handled thereafter within the following weeks leading up to the actual release, which I was probably mixing that same day, you know, to get it finished. I remember Anna America was like, bro, I need to send you the bass line for that one song for, I think it was El Teléfono. He was like, bro, it's not sounding right, I'm gonna send you the bass line. I was like, all right, bet, you know, shoot it over. So I got the bass line, did the new mix, shot it to Zuko, boom, approved, you know, we went on. So I felt like the El Zuko EP was kind of like my propelling point, you know, where people kind of were like, yo, this shit sounds good. Like
I think a lot of people make the mistake where they see the engineer or the producer, not even the producers, really the engineer as the math behind it, or like they kind of mix them like with the manager, very technical of it. But even that in itself is an artistry.
Absolutely, like,
crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just said right now, yeah, you did the mixing for Zuko, but Anno Merrick helped out with the beats, and I think Mark even played the bass.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe he was the one that added the bass for El Teléfono. Yeah.
So this kind of became this quadruple effect and shit.
Yeah.
But you were essentially bringing the glue in and everything like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know, they had to send me the pieces, and it was like a puzzle, you know. I had to put all the pieces together, make everything sound, you know, the way that Zuko's ears wanted it to sound, you know. At the end of the day, like, I would send Zuko drafts every single time, you know, I finished the new mix, and I'd be like, yo, bro, check this out. He'd be like, oh, a little more reverb here, maybe a tad less reverb here, vocals a little up here. I'd be like, all right, cool.
Yeah, you kind of become this translator of the mind and the ear. Right,
exactly.
Like, how do you hear it in your head?
Yeah, boom. Exactly. And I mean, we have to bounce back and forth, you know what I'm saying, to finally reach that perfect ground, you know, especially with something of this magnitude, you know?
Yeah, and that shit blew the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
So,
it was crazy.
On top of that shit, so you're in Arizona during this whole time, right?
Yeah.
And now, right now, you're working with the neighbors. You got Chris and Lildriveby.
YoungChris
While he's over there, what the fuck were y'all doing?
Shit, I was, well, we made Grandma last year sometime, September, November?
I was working a fucking, not really a 9 to 5, but like a, kind of like the graveyard.
Okay.
Right there at the hotel and shit. And I these fools approached me like, just trying to get some work done, you know, like I think Young Jordo was shooting a video for Hype Bitch, IX3 Boys, screaming fuck a hype bitch, fuck a hype bitch. Yeah, and I was literally
drop the YouTube link below.
I was literally like just chilling at home, not doing shit, dog. Probably just smoking weed and shit, and fucking these fools asked me if I wanted to be in the video, fucking help out the video. I was like, hell yeah. Fucking.
So you weren't even really like getting into rapping or anything at that point, or just more to yourself?
Up until that point, the only thing I did was with these guys. I was like 13, Just,
Oh, that's right.
Just
Bedrock,
that
yeah,
Bedrock track.
shit.
It's
Dude,
old.
back in the
It's
day.
like super
I was like
old.
11 when that came out, bro.
We were like,
So it was more like a fun, like
yeah,
you know,
just
a
like
reason to kick
friends.
it.
Yeah, just friends doing shit in the
That's
garage,
usually
you
how
know.
it starts, man. I don't want to be outside in the heat. I'm just gonna sit here and write some fucking songs real quick and shit.
And I was just gonna say, like, yeah, it's pretty much where it started. Just helping them out with the video, turning into making more and more music.
And then eventually, I came back out here every weekend that I was out here in the Valley. I was with both of these guys, and they were recording a couple songs. They had this one song that they recorded back in November 2017, Grind Mode. Video's actually gonna be dropping pretty soon too. We kept that one in the back burner for a little bit.
It was kind of like Grind Mode was just me. I was looking for beats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
After we started, I just kind of like caught the interest of music, and fucking I just started like writing lyrics, and then nothing was like concrete, and then I started looking for beats online, like Track Train and shit and stupid shit like that, and then I found a couple producers I fucked with. Like, little did I know that fucking I had a producer right here next door and shit.
Ready to go. I know. And believe me, I know.
So I was outsourcing a little bit, trying to find like like a cool beat, and that's all it was. And then I was working a lot at the time, so Grind Mode was kind of just me fucking talking about grinding, working all the time.
And that's a good way to start too. That's why, as much as I know the producer side of it, where it's like, come on, man, you got me right here. Like, why don't you just hit me up for beats?
Yeah.
Going on YouTube really helps you develop what you're really looking for. Like,
it helps you find your sound.
Yeah, I've had artists who come up to me and be like, I like these beats, and from there I can kind of gauge like, okay, there's a trend here.
Mm-hmm.
I can do this for you.
Yeah.
Or other times I can be like, I got someone else who could do this for you because I can't do this.
I know a person.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Now fucking referring to Keyz and shit. What about you, Chris? Because you're from the family. So you know the whole Viva Same Difference, all that. You grew up in it.
I lived through all that, man. It was dope, dude. There was just so much music.
You guys don't even know
everywhere.
about Lil Chris.
Yeah, man.
Lil Chris, he be bumping his music. Everybody wanna know how he do it, bro. That song,
bro.
This fool was like 10 years old, 11 years old, bro. When he did that.
I think Pena wrote that for me. Actually,
Yeah.
that shit was dope. Shout out Pena.
Yeah.
But fuck, man. Yeah. After that, me and my homie Angelo, we made a song called Medusa. That was back freshman, sophomore year.
Yeah,
like
that was a couple years ago.
That was actually a pretty tight track, honestly. Like I surprised myself.
You guys got the remix with Jordo.
Yeah, that too. Goddamn, I forgot about that. But yeah, man. Other than that, I was just working. Like, I graduated high school in 2016, and then after that, I got into pharmacy, and then I was a pharmacy tech. So I was working at a pharmacy for a solid year and a half. Just like going to school, working and stuff like that. I was really just focused on that. Just making my money. But I got tired, bro. I got tired. It was just too repetitive. Yeah, I should have stayed, but it's chill. Like I'm doing what I like now. I'm doing what I like. This is what I like to do: making videos, making music. Like kicking with my homies, like doing my thing, Bro. And like being creative, it's dope.
That's a fear. A lot of people. That's a lot of. It's a big fear to have that, man.
Yeah.
To really go in on your dream, even if it's small or big.
Yeah, dude, it was scary. I quit my job 3 months ago, And
bet.
I quit it, and I just like been all about this. This is my fucking life now, Like
that's around the time you came back, no?
I came back. Well, I was up in San Diego. I went back to San Diego last year around I'd say late July, early August. I was back out in San Diego. I was out there for basically almost half a year, almost 8 months, and then I came back to the Valley. And that's when we really just started, putting things together, putting the pieces to the puzzle together again. And we started talking about, okay, well, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna take off with this shit, or are we just gonna still be doing it as a hobby? And these dudes were just like, well, you know what? Fuck it, man. We got nothing else, so might as well just go, So full, we were just full speed ahead, and that's basically where we're at now. I've been I'd say self-employed, you know what I'm saying, like for the past year and a half, and I've just been trying to push this, as much as I can, just hustling, just trying to get it, man.
And it's tough, man. I've been doing this 15 years.
Yeah.
Straight up. But you guys have done more in these last 3 months, because literally going all in on something is the scariest thing you could possibly do. I've always been tragically logical. To a point where if I didn't have a 9 to 5, I didn't have a way to pay my bills, I always had my foot one foot out the door. And it's one of those things that I've learned from my mentor also, LA Lucas, is he went all in. Literally probably around the age you're at. He went to San Diego and he just started doing beat battles and working. And now he's doing work. He mixed on Nipsey Hussle's album.
Damn, that's hard.
He's worked with Cardi, Migos, 21 Savage, Heavy. But it came with a lot of hills, a lot of valleys and peaks and shit like that. You know what I mean? So going all in is the scary thing, but there is a time and place to do it. And right now, you guys are in the perfect place, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's a perfect timing too, cause like everybody's coming together. You know, like I feel like I got so many people around me. You know, I've been meeting all these new people. You know, like connections. You know, we've been networking and stuff with all these people, meeting new people.
Like who?
And you know, like Jesse, for example. You know, our comedian friend makes funny
Shout out
videos.
OG
Shout out
Baby Jesse.
Jesse one time. Yeah, you know, and it's cool. You know, like but yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. Like what you were saying though, like about how it's like a little nerve-wracking going all in on something like a project, because you don't know what people think, you know, so you kind of just like that shit's in the back of your head the whole time.
And then you're going all in on an intangible. It's not something you can grab with your hands. It's a passion. And luckily, I mean, like I even tell my nephews from 18 to 26, 27, be selfish. This is when you want to be selfish. This is when you want to go all in on yourself, because you can still bounce back from anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is where that prime area is at. Like, you guys are hungry, heavy, fucking relevant. You know? And exactly how you said it too, people are coming together.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Especially out here in the Valley, man, you're starting to see a lot more people really show love. You know, before I used to see a lot of hate, especially when we were coming up, man. Like, a lot of people, they saw you doing something good and everybody would try to knock you down, and it's just like, nah, man, we in 2018 now. You know what I'm saying? So it's things have to change, you know. We just gotta get over that egotistical type shit, because that shit don't get you anywhere, man. I think the thing was too, like, was people, it's not only something like that we're doing something good, but we're doing something different that they're not used to. So
fun.
Yeah.
And they're like, they weren't part of it, so they wanted a piece maybe, or I don't know what it was, but they didn't show love because whatever reason.
It's the dilemma when you see someone from your same area who has the same opportunity as you doing something better than you start to feel bad about yourself. So it's really hard for people to kind of detach themselves from their, not even failures, their different lanes, and being like, well, they did this better. It is what it is.
Maybe I should stay in my lane and do this.
And be happy, or at the very least, be happy for what you have. Never look at another man's bowl and question why they have more food. Eat your food, man. You still got food. Eat.
You're still eating.
You know what I mean? I'm happy with my shit. I wish I could do more. That's why when I see you guys doing what you guys doing, I'm a fan. I love being a fan. I've never hidden away from being a fan of anything and everything. So when I see people posting on Twitter, I try to find something positive, man. And I see that happening more and more and more and more and more. People are no longer asking why him. They're saying, fuck yeah, him.
Go ahead,
do it.
Get
her.
It, bro. Get that shit.
She's doing that shit. She's getting that shit. Oh, so-and-so got this new job doing this one thing that is insane to have it in the Valley, but fuck. Good for you.
Right, absolutely.
Can I get a job?
Yo, shit for real, man. Like,
man.
But that's the beauty of it, man.
Right.
And that's kind of like where the I guess the struggle comes from, because like you don't know that it's gonna work. You know, like, yeah, those last months we've been working on a project and it's starting to sound good, but half the time that we were doing this shit, like months before that, there was doubt in our own
fights,
mind,
you know, between each other. It's like, we don't like this, we don't like that. Just trying to come to agreement, you know.
From what I heard, it's really hard to make the type of album you guys made here in the Valley, because there's a certain grit that comes with living here. There's a lot of it's hard to be positive sometimes.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And the music you guys have doesn't sound like it's from here, but it is, because it sounds like, the best way I can put it, it's that one bonfire / barbecue you had with your family before you had to go back to work. It's very much those happy moments Not the San Diego carefree, not the LA everyone's living glass and glimmer and all that shit.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that. It's I have to go to work on fucking Monday, but I'm drinking the 6-pack today. And we're gonna play some fucking cards. We're gonna eat some carne asada.
Yeah.
My tia brought some fucking ceviche, so if you don't like carne asada, you're gonna eat that ceviche. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk this shit. We're gonna play some dominoes, maybe some horseshoes. I'm gonna cuss you out, but you're family.
Yep.
So guess what? If I tell you to go fuck off, I say it with love.
Yeah. Dead ass,
it really sounds like that. Like, cause I was
most of the time it just be this fucking heat outside, bro. I just get pissed because
the heat, bro. Fucking boils everybody's blood, bro.
It comes like that though, man. Like people, there's a certain tone that comes in music. Florida has that very happy club tone because it's a club driven area.
Right.
New York, especially in the 90s, was dirty, grimy, gritty because it was cold. The Bronx was on fire. It was grime and dirt everywhere and shit. So that's just what it bred.
That's crazy. Right,
The South is super carefree. Same with Houston. If you speed in Houston, people are it blows their mind because they're never in a hurry to get anywhere.
Damn.
Really?
It ain't even like that over
I did
here.
not know
No,
that.
dude, seriously.
I never even traveled.
I remember I was in Washington, dude.
Arizona and shit.
I had a homie from Houston. He's like, why are Californians always trying to get somewhere so fast? And I go, we're always trying to beat rush hour.
Yeah.
Because we know it's around the corner.
Dude.
Damn.
So we drive 85 miles per hour, 90 miles per hour, and we say, nah, but it's the flow of traffic. Like, bitch, no, you are breaking the fucking law. But nah, it's the flow of traffic. Everyone else, the cops better pull everybody and their mama over. Because
that shit happened to me, dude. I was already like in El Cajon. Like, I was going up a mountain or some shit, or coming down a mountain, actually. And then I was in a pack of whips, you know? And then there's a fucking op right there on my left side. I was like, oh shit. We were all hauling ass, like going 85, 90 miles an hour in a pack. It was like 10 cars. And then next thing you know, I get pulled over. I'm like, fuck. You know, like, why me, you know?
Mr. Speeding tickets over here.
Off the record, bro. Off the record.
Yeah, don't say that one. Right?
We're gonna edit that shit out.
I took one of the tests saying, you know, it's 3 now. I got a point away.
Yeah, no, that's literally how it went down 2 days before I fucking called and I was able to get a point off, so I got my license, so I'm chilling right now. But yeah, I ain't doing no dumb shit no more, like speeding. Dog. I fucking, you know, I make all my stops and everything, you know, like they ain't gonna catch me slipping, you know.
He starts to check other people now.
Yeah, bro, hell yeah.
I'm assuming he checked you.
When other people used to check him.
Yeah, bro.
It's growing up, man. I still ain't growing up, man. I got so many.
Hey, you live and you learn, man.
This shit happens, bro.
Live,
Live and you learn, man.
Start to earn.
Absolutely, we gotta continue to earn, man. Because if you don't earn, you know,
but yeah, man,
the
like,
other person's gonna earn.
Like I said, the shit y'all showed me, like it's been in my head. Like I've been really trying to like dig into it and find why I liked it so much, and that was why. You know what I mean? It's fucking. It's summer, man. It's summer.
Thank you, man.
It's
Thank you.
The good part of summer.
Right, absolutely. Other than the heat, man, which today we broke records, 119 or some shit like that.
That's ridiculous.
Wild, bro. But I mean, you know, I'm just trying to really like, you know, put something cohesive, put something together for these guys that they can really like, you know, represent for their age group. And I mean, you know, like you said, they're very relevant right now still, you know, just because the youth is literally our future.
The youth,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like invest in your youth, you know what I'm saying? Like these right here are my boys, you know, like since day one I've had these guys' backs, you know. They've always dabbled in it as a hobby, but I started seeing something in them, something switch up. It's just like, okay.
Addiction.
They woke up to this shit, and it's just like, fuck it, let's do it, man. You guys really want to do this? I'm gonna push your asses, and don't take it as me like, you know, getting mad and shit. Nah, it's just me pushing you guys to do the best you can. And at the end of the day, it's just I want the best out of everyone. Like, I'm gonna give you the best that I can, so I expect the best that you can in return. You know?
So the production and everything, that's all you as well?
The production as of right now is all me. Engineering all me as well. It's gonna be pretty much all me. We might, you know, reach out a couple people here and there just to kind of get different takes. You know, Tony Slumz, don't worry. You in that thing?
That's the whole podcast been about.
But nah, yeah. You know, we're putting that project together, man, and I hope you guys like it. You know, it's gonna be the Neighbors EP, dropping July 31st, which is a week from today.
Today's Tuesday.
And we still need to finish 2 more songs, but it's gonna happen. We need to finish 2 more songs and 2 music videos in a week.
It's been coming out clean though. Like what you guys were saying about the heat and how it's fucking hot outside, and
y'all must be going out there like 4 or 5 in the morning, right?
Yeah, how Slumz was saying, like, the grit of the valley, like, it's not easy growing up here and shit. And I think we've been taking that and like keeping that in the back of our head and putting that in the music, which kind of like makes it sound how it sounds, because it's not every song ain't really a happy song, but it's a song that has truth to it.
And I mean, it's something from the valley. I know, I'm pretty sure Keyz probably attests to this shit. When I go to different studios outside of here and I start working, there's a certain work ethic that comes from being in the valley and being passionate about something that it blows other people's mind. For us, like, I know anytime I go there, it's like, yo, what needs to be done? I'll go grab this. I'll go grab that. There's no the humility that the humility that comes out from here, because you feel like you don't deserve a lot. Right. You always put in. You always want to give 1,000% more. Exactly.
Yeah, bro. It's like the humidity too. It's fucking
hot. ain't no fucking lie, man.
It's just like a lot of us came from nothing, bro. I'll put it to you like this, man. When I first started making music, I was recording off of a webcam mic, and I taped that shit to a broomstick, which I taped to a fucking chair, which then I was using a motherfucking dinosaur ass computer to record our first ever vocals. Like,
I remember
that's where I came
pop
from, bro.
filters with the socks on them and shit.
A sock pop filter, bro. Going on YouTube or Google and trying to figure it out. And as a youngin', like, Google to me and YouTube were my best fucking friends. I mean, they still are to this day as far as knowledge. But I mean, man, growing up and having access to the internet, I felt like we were the first generation to really get that head start with that. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I hate y'all because I didn't have that shit when I started.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel like I utilized that shit to the max as much as I could, and I you know, I soak up anything that I can. You know,
honestly,
you know what our YouTube was? We used to get the VHS, like because sometimes like Rhyme Series would put like a little VHS out or tape, behind the scenes shit. We would find them and watch them and be like, what are they doing in the background and shit?
Damn.
Like, you see the gutter ass hookups and like, I think we could do that. And literally like just trying to figure out just shit.
Yeah, the thing about it though is like, yeah, we grew up with the internet, but dude, we still got like mad shit to learn from people who grew up without that shit, because they were putting out records on fucking CDs,
on vinyl, bro, recording on consoles and shit.
Like they didn't have that help from the internet, you know, like especially now with the social media blowing up how it is.
It was more like who you knew that can do whatever it is that you needed to get done. You know, hey, make a call.
Before you actually had to go out there, like you had to go to events. Now you can do everything online. You don't even have to see the
social media.
But here's the problem with online though as well too, and this is the good thing that you guys have an actual seasoned engineer on your guys' tape. A lot of people make the mistake that take the online shit for gospel. But what you don't know is what microphone that person's using, what speakers they're using, what interface are they using, is their room acoustically treated? Do they even know what the fuck acoustically treated is? Is it an updated program that they're using? What sound card are they using? There's so many levels of shit like that. It's you really, that's why you need to have someone who went to school, or at the very least, like me, beat their head up against the wall for 15 years until eventually I have something of an equivalent of a schooling. But because you guys have him, you can decipher something from YouTube to something that's actually real and tangible and shit like that.
Yeah, because I remember, well, basically for me, like going to school kind of just put 2 and 2 together, you know, like I knew shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew how to make, you know, get my way around Pro Tools. Like I was self-taught in Pro Tools to a certain extent. And I felt like once I finally went to school, it gave me just that much more, or that little more that I needed in order to really step my game up to that next level and be able to make what I'm making now, you know what I'm saying? And also just like the terminology and all that. The terminology,
studio etiquette.
Studio etiquette too. I mean, I taught these guys about studio etiquette, bro. That was one of the, like, my biggest pet peeves is like pulling up to a studio and people not knowing how to act in the studio. Like, you know, turn your fucking phone off, or at least put that shit on silent. Like, don't have that shit going off every fucking 5 seconds, or I'm gonna kick your ass out the studio. I'm sorry, but that's that's how it is now. You know what I'm saying? It's just you just gotta learn how to behave around people that are trying to really make something. You know, trying to make something
everything.
happen.
Don't Instagram everything.
Yeah, exactly. You don't gotta do all that, please.
You better not fucking put it with the music on there without telling me.
Hell no. Hell no, bro. Yeah, man.
What's your main offense? In terms of studio etiquette.
In terms of studio etiquette.
What's your main offense? What do you fuck up?
People don't shut the fuck up.
No. What have you done?
What do you fuck up?
What do I fuck up?
How did you learn?
Ooh, well, honestly, just from like everybody around, just because I personally like I stay quiet sometimes, but then like I notice the shit. Like I'm always want to notice shit. So like if someone's phone goes off, like it's Jonathan's. I'm always hearing Jonathan like, yo, turn that shit off, and just like I catch on to the things like that without doing it sometimes.
Smart.
And then but
it's just like every
I've learned from Jonathan regardless. You know,
what did he fuck up in?
Every now and then, I'd be playing something, and they wouldn't be paying attention to what it was I was playing. And it's like, yo, I'm trying to show you guys something. What the fuck? Put your shit away. Like, listen to what I'm showing you. Yeah. And that was, to me, one of the things that I had to get on these guys, because what if you're with another producer and he's showing you something, and what if that could have been a hit and you just let that hit go because you weren't paying attention because you were on your fucking phone looking at some bitch that you're probably not even gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just act right around the studio and you're good.
It's true.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I've had artists sleep on some of my beats that got really fucking big, and
you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad they slept on it.
You glad they slept on it. Yeah.
No, but it's just like
keep sleeping.
These baby, tell them to keep sleeping.
Nah, these guys have like, I mean, they really haven't done anything, you know, that has been insanely, you know, away from that studio etiquette they've learned. But it's just when randoms come around.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody comes through.
I remember we were recording that Mente song in my backyard, and it was like 8 of us or whatever, and
you can't get shit done,
bro. We recorded this song outside,
we recorded,
bro.
But that's when I learned, like, because I was trying to record, and these guys were trying to record too, and
everybody else was talking, right?
And people were just like, a little bit of noise here, a little bit of noise, and it was just like,
shut up,
yo, shut the fuck up, we're trying to do something.
I remember that night.
Like, I know my biggest offense. I'm on my phone, but it's usually because I don't have ADD. I've never been diagnosed with none of that shit, but I need to do something else to listen to fully. So that's my shit. So, but like sometimes, like I'll still like I'll put it down and like I have to like force myself to be like, because that's the way I learn. That's the way I listen to. Is I'm always doing 2 things at the same time and shit. But I can, because that's the way I catch the vibe. I don't get, because if I listen to it fully, I become overcritical. The engineer in me comes out where it's like I don't hear it as just a listen. It's like, yo, you should go back and do that. You should go back and do this. And I never get to go through the whole fucking song, because it's like, no, it's a rough draft. Why are you showing me a rough draft? Like, no, don't even show me that shit yet.
Yeah.
You know, but if you, and I understand why you want to show other people rough drafts, because the album you guys are making isn't for me. It's for everyone else, everyone who isn't outside of me. So you want to get as many ears that know to listen, to give you constructive criticism.
Right.
Yes.
So that's why you want to show people rough drafts. That's why it blows my mind when people be like, nah, I don't want to show the so-and-so, but they're the homie. You're like, show that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because he's going to tell you to run that. He's going to tell you this is good. He's going to be honest with you, and you can fix it for the other person, the person who doesn't know you at all.
Right, exactly. And I like to do that every now and then, you know. I do like to show there's certain people that are my go-tos, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of get, like you said, their take and their constructive criticism on things. Because you never know, they may hear something that you didn't hear, and now when you go back, you hear it, and you're like, whoa, yeah, he was right. I'm gonna go and change that, you know? Shout out my boy. Yeah, exactly, you know. So I love constructive criticism, man. Before I used to be very, I was very,
here's this, but don't tell me nothing bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when they would tell me something bad, I would kind of deep down, like, I wouldn't show that I'm upset, but deep down I'd be upset because, like, what the fuck, dude, you're supposed to like it. Yeah, I wanted it like that. Yeah. But then it's like, nah, you shouldn't be like that. No. You should be open to ideas and open to that, because that literally could make or break your song, or make or break whatever it is that you're doing.
Don't get sad, bro. Don't get
sad. Be open-minded.
A listener etiquette is, anyone ever shows you a rough mix, find something critical in it. Literally,
Yeah,
just say
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yo, that snare might be a little bit too airy. Even
like, okay,
even if it's like real, like, oh, you know what? Maybe it is. Fuck it.
Right.
Cool.
But you found something, and it's just like you're
listening.
You're letting them exactly. That shows that you were actually listening,
Paying
and not
attention
just there
to
and be
it.
like, oh, it's cool. Because I get like every now and then. Don't get me wrong. I'll get foods. I'll be like, oh, it's cool. Or oh yeah, it's just tight. But it's just like
generic.
Are
I need
you
some
like?
feedback, bro.
Do
Give me
you
that
really?
feedback that I really
do you
want,
really
bro.
think it's tight?
I
Do
can
you
show that
really
to my
think it's
mom. She
cool?
can be like, "Oh, that's cool, mijo." You know, like,
Ay, qué bueno.
yeah, you know,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm sending it to you for a reason, so you can give me some feedback on that shit. You know,
Exactly.
I'm like me. I'm like an artist, so like he's been showing me a lot of beats lately, and I feel like I kind of do that thing where I'll tell him like, yeah, I like this beat, but it's not for me, you know, because I know that there's another artist that might be able to utilize it way better, you know.
And I agree because I mean
That's a big
everybody
thing.
has
I
different
wish-
styles, you know.
I wish more people did that.
And I don't
man.
exactly have like the vocab about like, you know, like saying like, oh, that snare's a little bit airy or like stuff like that,
Dude.
you know. But I feel like in time I could kind of learn that, and even just saying like that beat ain't for me will help him out at the end of the day.
Right.
yeah, so that way he can like move towards what you really like. You know.
Well, let's
I was
put
a
like
producer as well.
this. I've worked with Milio Camarón for 15 years. He still doesn't know any of that lingo.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
I mean,
people that still don't know it.
It's hard to catch on.
hard
You
to.
don't need
grasp,
to.
bro.
You
Yeah.
don't need to, man. You know how to explain yourself. As long as you just be like, yo, I don't know what it is, but I think maybe something like explain it in your words, because we know that lingo. We have to know that lingo.
exactly.
You don't have to. You have to know stanzas, rhyme schemes, similes, metaphors. You need to know that. That's your craft.
Yeah.
It's lyrics. Learn that shit. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
shit, look at DJ Carnage over here in that video. He wants to make the kick sound thumpier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell is thumpier? Like, I mean, obviously we know what thumping is. You know, something that just hits, but it's just like thumpier. You know what I'm saying? That's a made up word.
Shit, I'm gonna thump
you know?
you in the back of the head. You
I would
know?
be like, you know what? It's been a little bit of chaplank. I've said that
A little
before.
bit of chaplank?
A little chaplank. Like, you know, it's a little bit, like, you know, just like it
it's-
needs a little bit of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
literally,
yeah.
dude, be like, I think I know what you're saying.
I know what you mean, bro.
Like, it's just a little bit of,
The translations are there. We know what it is. Everybody,
I know
yeah,
exactly
you know what
what
it
you're talking
is.
about.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the pinky. I want the thumb. But that's that shit. All right, so let's go like this, man. I'm really curious because I know you guys are kind of reaching towards the end of the project. Do you guys have a favorite so far? Favorite song?
Yup.
I think
We
it's
got a favorite.
I think it's pretty.
I think it's like mutual between
Yeah,
all of us.
Yeah?
Yeah. We kind of already know which one is the standout. Yeah, that's it. You know what's up.
You know what's good if you
That's
know
up
what's
there.
good.
That's a
You know
pretty
what it
favorite.
is. If you know what it is.
I like
yeah.
it.
Hey,
Can I
I'm
name
gonna-
drop
Hey,
it?
we're hoping a
Can
lot
I
of
name
like
drop
too,
it?
man.
Go ahead, go ahead. You know what?
Like
I'm gonna be right back. I need to take a quick little break. I gotta take care of something, but I'm gonna leave the neighbors here with
He's taking
Tony
a dump.
Slumz. Nah, come on, fool. I gotta go take care of something real quick. Don't worry about it. But I will be right back. Give me 5 minutes. Slums, these guys are yours. Ask them whatever you feel like you want to ask these guys, and I will be back.
So you guys earlier were saying Jonny Keyz a fucking asshole, right?
Yes, we were. I know.
I don't know about all
Damn,
that.
okay. I'm not even gone, and they're already talking shit about me.
But
Damn.
hey, plug them with the headphones.
Yeah, plug with the headphones. Hey, hey, all right, time for Slumz with the headphones.
But about that track, 10. That's what it's called. And
Track 10?
yeah, well, no, it's
No,
it's
not
literally
track,
it's literally called 10.
Yeah, it's called 10.
And Chris, it was kind of Chris's idea. We literally thought, all of us, we were like, damn, that's a Chance the Rapper beat, and that food would kill it. And like it has that bounce that he has, or that energy, you know.
Yeah.
And Chris kind of came at it with like a fire hook, and
I like the hook, man.
and it's I don't know, tell him, bro. Like,
Yeah, I mean, all right. So I wrote this hook, and then I wrote this hook. It was like 12 midnight, I should say. You know, like, and I was just trying to vibe, bro. I was just going through my beats, you know, just seeing like I was just trying to catch a vibe, you know. And then all of a sudden I come across this shit, the Chance type beat that Jonny Keyz sent me. I'm like, yo, I like this shit. And then next thing you know, I just started coming with some ideas, and then I'm like, yo, I put this shit together. We put it together, you know, and I came back inside. I recorded a verse to a different song, and then I laid it down that same night, but like at 2 in the morning. Josh has a little drive-by had already gone to his pad. He was already tired, you know. But then I sent it to him, and then the next morning, what'd you text me, bro? You texted me some shit like, yo, that shit.
he sent me the hook, and I was like, I don't even remember. I was like, damn, bro, this is crazy. And I literally came over as soon as I sent him that. They were already chilling, vibing to the hook, and I think you wrote your whole verse too, right?
I laid down my hook and my verse.
And I heard it, and I was just like, damn, bro, like I literally gotta come with it, because if I don't, I'm not gonna be a part of it.
Yo.
And I was like, so Keyz went inside, took a shower. By the time he got out the shower,
this guy was done.
Finished,
it was like, what,
I finished
30
my
minutes?
verse,
Pretty much.
and it was just like, I don't know, I was vibing, bro.
It's that spark, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's literally all it is. It's just that right spark, that right feeling, that right vibe, and getting it while it's hot. 'Cause people tend to sleep on it sometimes.
Right, right. No, and what was crazy is that beat that they picked out, it was a beat that I hadn't even like completely finished. It was one of those, it was in my folder of need to finish. And it was labeled as Chance type beat. So it was a Chance the Rapper type beat, you know?
Yeah.
And we're like, we were like just fucking around, you know, like a Chance the Rapper type
Shout
voice,
out
you know?
Chance.
Shout out Chance one time, bro. He really inspired that shit. That ass. I mean, from the sample to everything, man, that shit was crazy, bro.
It's
And
good fucking vibe.
that honestly has to be one of my favorite records. I mean, hands down, like these guys really they really impressed me, man. And that shit to me, I really hope people grasp on it just the way that we grasped on it, you know, because I feel like it's very relatable. It's a very fun track. It's very like summery. It's just very vibey overall, you know. So we're hoping, you know, everybody feels the same way we feel about it, you know.
It has that like that grit that you were talking about, or like that every day, like your parents just be hounding you, like telling you to fucking get the fuck out the house and shit.
There's a sun.
Or get up.
Yeah, it's a nice sunny
and
day.
like how I was saying, like we take that and we put it in our music, because I mean, where else is it gonna go? You know, like we can't be sad and dwell on it all the time. That's what Keyz tells me a lot. He's like, we can't be dwelling on like the negative,
past,
and
bro.
we gotta
keep moving.
We gotta keep it up, keep it positive. And
What about like a collab? Like what's let's go with two things. What's your dream collab? Personally, one-on-one, like whoever y'all want, and what's fucking a tangible collab? One that like, I mean, you guys seen the artists around here. We've already talked about how like the world's getting the valley's getting a lot smaller.
Right.
We're making better networking. People are a little bit more open. Who would you like to collab today that isn't in your camp at all?
Like from the valley?
From Valley, San Diego, like easily tangible. Someone who you think you can get if you really.
Well, first off, we got a Young Jordo collab on the tape, and that song is another one.
Jordo, bro.
That's another song that I feel like we work well together, you know, just because he's their family and he's been my homies ever since they came up, you know, like before they came and asked me about that video. Jordo's been my homie, and it was just kind of like a mutual respect thing. Like, yo, we want this fool to be a part of the, you know, because I was like making music when I was 13, so it was like it was a big thing. But as far as like working with different artists outside the camp, from the valley, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here. I mean, I don't really know like too many people, but I would definitely want to work with Neptune. That'd be a cool collab.
Shout out the boy Nep.
Their cousin Zuko. I mean, it's not exactly in the camp because they're doing their own things right now, but like, cause we're here in the garage all the time together. So I mean, but yeah, those fools that they put on for the valley, and they kind of describe it how it is, you know. Put the pain in the music. And like
they're just them, you know. That's their steez, their style, and they're killing it. You know, they're killing it. Yeah, I mean,
get closer.
Oh shit! Can you hear me though? You can hear me though,
I can
right?
hear you, but you can be closer.
Yeah.
I mean, but honestly, vice versa, I would like to do a collab with Nep as well, you know, and cousin Eddie, you know. Hopefully in the future, we'll see what's up with that, you know. But yeah.
After y'all's drop, I don't see why not. You know what I mean? Like literally, this is a mature album coming from people who are literally starting up more than anything. But it sounds very mature, and I mean, a lot of it comes from your sensei over here to the left and shit. Is that he's making you guys sound like y'all been doing it a lot longer.
He set the tone, you know, like with I mean, he
The
did
beats,
all
man.
the production.
The beats just give us a good vibe, bro.
like,
And just like, damn, like all these ideas.
I tell you like this, I couldn't write to our favorite song right now, and Chris did something to it to where I just felt like I felt that energy, and I felt like how I had to come in on it, and
give me
now
that groundwork.
and now it's like, now I look back on it, it's like it was called a chance type beat, and it's something way different now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we just made it our own, took it and made it our own, man.
That's
Pretty
that
much
shit,
it.
man. That type beat shit. It's the way as producers we kind of use to label it, and just the way
It's
to
like
do
a little
it.
marketing scheme.
Yeah, it's not even marketing. It's literally the way, like, I know. Oh, you want a boom bap?
Oh, okay.
Oh, bet this is this type beat. I can get it, but it's really. I make beats to
It's
make
just
beats.
kind of like a reference.
Yeah, it's a good reference. Exactly. That's the
A
best way to
starting
put
point,
it.
a reference
Exactly.
song. I've taught these guys about
Yeah,
reference
it's
tracks.
a good
You know?
fucking reference.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
You know what I mean?
yeah, and it was
It's
like a chance.
The Dewey Decimal System for libraries for us. That's literally what it is. We use it to catalog.
Like we
Right.
all thought it was like chance type beat. We were like stuck on that, and then Chris he's like I said, he was staying up. It was late, and he wrote his verse, wrote the hook, and I don't even think me and Keyz knew about it.
I stayed up till 4 a.m.
Yeah, bro. Like I don't know what it is about the 4 a.m. nights, bro, but those 4 a.m. nights creates magic, man.
The right
It's
brain shuts
wild,
down,
bro.
that left brain sticks up.
It's because I feel like
think
it's just
so,
like
bro.
everybody's asleep, so all that negative bullshit, all that energy, is
All the
just, like,
negative energy is
gone.
just low.
I'm just
Yeah.
focused on myself, you know. Like I don't gotta deal with anyone else. I'm just worried about me.
Your day's
my music.
resetting.
Exactly.
You're catching it right on the reset. Yeah,
Exactly,
bet.
bro. Yeah. I'm pretty. It's like you haven't gone to sleep yet, but you're still up before everybody. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah, exactly. It's that little. Well, yeah, no, I'm awake.
Yeah,
I should be
that's
asleep.
what I
It's
create
like
the best.
it's like
bro.
literally people are sleeping on you. You know what I mean?
Fucking guy.
I mean, because you're up, you stay up.
Save that one. Save that one. That's
know?
that's another. What is normal? Keep that.
Yeah.
Keep that in the back. Keep that in the back pocket right there.
Yeah.
No. It's like they're kind of slept on me.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
they're literally asleep.
everyone's went to sleep, and this was stayed up. I went to sleep.
Yeah.
I slept on it, and I'm in it.
Slept,
You know,
bro. You
and
slept.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
Bro, I've had some of my best songs literally like that. Everyone crashing out. I'm just kind of there, like just, and I'm like, you know what? One more song, one more verse. Let me just figure something out real
Let me
quick.
just try
And
this
so I
idea.
can go to sleep. Like you're already, your mind's already like, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like your brain going, that's what you thought.
when was that beat from Keyz? The chance type?
beat?
Yeah. Like what year?
Yeah, when'd you make that shit?
It was this year. Yeah, it was definitely this year.
Like, but it was old. You had done it already, right?
No.
Y'all probably just hadn't
So
heard it yet.
no.
Yeah,
You
you're
there's
probably
another
just
beat.
stashing it
There's
away
another
like the
beat
other
on
ones,
there.
you know?
There's another beat on there that yes was an older one.
Yeah.
I'll have to see which one it was because it's one of those. But the chance type beat I had actually made that one I'd say maybe 2 months ago, 2-3 months
Yeah.
ago. But it was like I said, one of those that was unfinished. I only started a little skeleton and I was like, it's kind of like a throwaway. That's how I felt. That's how I felt about it, bro. I felt like it was a throwaway, and I played it for these guys.
Yeah,
and
throwaway are the best ones, bro.
yeah, bro,
Bruh.
dead ass. The ones that you
God.
feel like are not it are usually it. So yeah,
That
Or like
that
he's
4
just
a.m.
been
track?
he's just been going through beats like because he shows us a lot of beats, and he went through a lot of beats, and he was like, man, this is from like 2016 2014, and it's like, bro, where have these been, you know? Like these are like
In the
some
vault,
of the
bro.
you
That's
know?
that shit, man. Music is timeless.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
absolutely.
There's really, you can be like, oh yeah, in certain amount of time, this is what was hot or this is what was prevalent. But you can take anything from any time era and bring it to now. Just do it.
yeah,
that shit and do it.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, fucking Bruno Mars. That motherfucker stays in the fucking 70s, 60s, and 80s and shit.
Bruno
And
Mars
he's
is
winning.
killing it, bro. Bruno
or
Mars
how
is
all
hard.
these like when
Exactly.
these new songs that are coming out, it's like a sample of something old, you know?
But they're not. That's the shit. It's
Yeah.
just it's constant. It's
Just
constant
an
references.
evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's constant type beats.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a James Brown type beat with
Yeah.
fucking Bruno Mars singing on that
Yeah,
shit.
dead fucking ass, bro.
You know
It's
what I mean?
just the evolution of music. Like everything just goes full circle eventually.
Cyclical.
You know, everything's in a cycle. Everything repeats itself. Even fucking
Boom bap's coming
governments
back,
have-
baby.
Yeah, boom bap is coming back. Boom
But
bap
it's going
is
what we say. It's going like boom trap.
Boom trap,
That's
exactly. So
literally
that 808 is not going anywhere. I'll tell you
man,
this.
that's a staple now.
That I feel like is the new soul. If you can feel the 808,
I love 808s, bro.
You in the club, the
I love
808
bass
thumping.
line,
It
You
kinda like-
bass lines too. Yes.
I love bass.
It kinda
I
like-
love a solid fucking
I feel like
bass line.
808s, it kind of bring out the most in like the beat or even the lyrics. You know?
Bro,
Yeah,
check
that
this
shit just
out.
gives it life.
So watch, check this out. Now that you guys are saying it gives it life, the Chance type beat did not have an 808. These guys recorded the song without an 808.
Nice.
So the song was recorded without an 808. It was done, completed without an 808. And we were like, I feel like it's missing something. It's missing something. We didn't know what it was yet. But these guys, I don't know. I think they left. They went to El Centro or something. And I was sitting here and I was like, I'm going to do something. I'm just going to sit here and mess around, see what I can do. And next thing I know, I come up with this cool ass fucking 808 pattern. And I'm like, this is it. This is all I needed. You want to know how many instruments are on that shit? Like 4 plus the vocal.
Minimal, man.
Bro, minimalistic. The
Minimalistic
piano
as shit.
chords,
Simple is good, bro.
the
Simple
kick,
is good.
the hat, and that snap snare. You know, it's like that's really it. And then the 808 just brought it to life. You know,
It's like
yeah,
that,
man.
I think I even told you, like, man, I don't like that 808 at first. Like, when I first heard it, and then I heard it again.
Sit
I heard
down.
it again. I was like, damn, bro.
Sit down. You don't know what you like.
Like, it sounds
Just
great.
go home,
you know?
bro. Just go
Just go
home.
home, bro. Go home, drive by.
It sounded like it was chill, though.
Daddy's talking.
Oh man, nah, yeah, definitely though, definitely. It was just one of those things that you just had to listen to over and over, and you're like, yeah, that
Like,
made it.
sometimes, like, the first time you hear something isn't exactly
What you expect.
yeah, or like the right thing that you heard, and you hear it again later, or the next day, or 2 weeks later.
Repetition makes you find patterns.
Right.
So it's one of those things where if you hear something long enough, that's why like pop hits are very repetitive. There's this very like you have these same eight bars just on repeat, and that's how you make a hit. That's how you make literally a poppy hit. Is you just put that bitch on repeat, and that's why even when you do your flows, you try to mimic similar rhyme patterns constantly.
Right.
Because it allows the audience to be able to catch on quick. It allows the audience to be like, oh, I already know how he's gonna go on these next 8 bars. So your first 8 bars is essentially like, you put your left foot in, you put your right foot out, and you wave it all about. And then the second one, you're like, I know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
And you're as an audience member, as a listener, you're drawn to it because now you're no longer listening. You're actually interacting with the music because it's like, I know what you're gonna do, but I'm willing. I'm waiting for it, and I'd be happily surprised.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to play with it. It's a good way to kind of play with the audience. So you do 8 bars, one very similar type of pattern. The second 8 bars the same way, but like on the bar 6 or 7,
You change it
flip
up.
it.
Yep.
Just enough to make them go, huh?
What was that?
Like, oh,
Wait
And
1 minute.
I think it's actually kind of crazy concept because the English language is crazy, but I feel like these guys and their cousin and like a lot of this energy that's been coming into music lately is all Spanish.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I feel like Spanish is even crazier. And I'm a white guy, so like I be hearing all this shit. I'm like, huh?
It's
And
very
like-
deliberate.
Yeah, and
Spanish is very deliberate.
and there's stuff in Spanish that makes sense in Spanish, but it don't make sense in English. And
Yep.
Los mirones son de palo.
yeah, what?
The watchers are a stick.
The watchers are a stick.
Yeah.
It basically means you are to be seen, not heard.
See what I
Damn.
mean? Like right there, you know? And
That's
it's just
crazy.
little stuff like that I feel brings an extra step to the music because it's like we've been, you know, stuck in this hallway like, oh, we can only rap in English. And then, I mean, ASAP's done a lot of stuff with, you know, Spanish lyrics.
Throwing in
and-
some Spanish music.
Yeah, and that
everybody's like, oh,
kind of helping.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? You know?
I mean, the Mexican culture, Hispanic culture is on a rise, and on top of that, we are a border town, and we're a lot closer to our Mexican counterparts than you would say
Roots,
TJ,
bro. Roots.
Yeah,
Right.
The
as you would
roots
say
are there.
TJ, or you would say even San Luis San Fe,
Where in
fucking Yuma,
what is
Yeah.
it? Nogales, and all that
Nogales, or
shit?
even El Paso.
In Texas,
like all those
yeah.
places, there it's a different type of connection you have with the border.
Right.
You know, in El Paso, you kind of see the border fucking over there. You kind of see it as like, oh, this is where drugs come from. For us, it's a neighboring city. It's like, no, I go to Mexicali to go get my medicine because
or eat
that
some
bitch
tacos.
is fucking cheaper.
Exactly.
Eat some tacos, bro.
I go get some dog tacos real quick and tear that shit up. You know what I mean? Like, we have the best Chinese food.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hands down.
Hell yeah.
Because of all the Chinese immigrants who built the railroads and got fucked over in Mexicali. That's why you have so many Asians there. And our shit is so filled with Hispanic spices and Chinese food that allows this greasy type of Chinese food. If you eat it anywhere else, it'll never taste like that.
Nope.
But because it's this perfect blend of Asian and Hispanic.
Damn, bro, I'm getting hungry.
I mean,
bro.
even
Like Mexican Chinese food, bro.
even
It's literally Mexican Chinese food.
That's wild.
Because
I never thought of it like
the
that.
way we do, the way we manipulate grease and the way we manipulate our leftovers is very different than most other people.
True.
And the way the Asians do it is completely different as well. But they created this type of melting pot. That's why the food is so fucking good.
Or like the time that you take to make handmade tortillas instead of
Exactly.
making them on a machine, you know?
To a point where we know the difference.
Yeah.
Like, nah, this shit is
Absolutely.
whack. And you can judge someone's tortillas. Like, yo, your mom makes shitty ass tortillas.
or she buys them, you know? Or
Oh, yeah, go buy my cardenas,
You better go get them from Fiesta.
Yep. Damn.
But that's that shit, man. That's the beauty of the valley. That's the beauty of the music you guys are doing. You guys aren't shying away from the culture of it at all. In fact, you guys are embracing it.
Absolutely.
You got to.
And
bro.
you guys got this little white boy right here who's also embracing it with you guys and adding his own taste of it as
This
well,
is the
too.
most cultured white boy I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Hey, don't be
Appreciate that,
uncultured,
man.
bro. You can't be an uncultured blind, bro.
But he's well, and this thing, like, you could be uncultured or you could be, but he's well aware of where he's at and what his place.
Right.
And that self-awareness makes such it helps me see Drive By You in a completely different light than from what I heard of you, because I just knew the name Lil Drive By and I'm like, the fuck goofy ass shit is that?
Yeah.
Literally first thought. But your self-awareness, the fact that you're not hiding away from who you are, the fact that every time I seen you, you usually had a Vietnam hat. You know what I mean? I'm a veteran, so I'm like, oh, I fuck with that. Like, you're really aware of who you are, what you're bringing to the table, and you're aware of your place within your crew. You know what I mean? That taking the step back to listen to someone who's older than you, and literally taking a step back to have your own partner do something that maybe you couldn't do, and allowing them to get you to that level to where, like, damn, I rapped on a Chance type beat that I would have never rapped on.
Exactly.
That comes with self-awareness. That comes with knowing yourself more than knowing your sound, more than knowing anything. A lot of people don't know themselves enough. You know what I mean? And for y'all to be at this level, knowing yourselves at the level you guys are at, is commendable. And believe me, I tell y'all, man, I'm excited for all the shit y'all dropping. Like, I really am, man. I'm a fan.
Appreciate that, bro. For real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You know, I'm just, I'm over here just trying to get these guys, to that level that I feel like they can reach, man. And all in due time, I tell them not to stress, not to worry. Things are gonna fall into place, and they slowly are falling into place. It's just, we just gotta stay grounded, just remain humble, keep doing what we're doing, because we're obviously doing something right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, we just gotta keep going with that same momentum. Like we said, the Valley right now is showing a lot of love. So it's just, let's go ahead and just continue to ride with this love that people are showing. Continue to show love to people that are showing love, and let's just try and make the best music as possible. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, bro. At the end of the day, it's just making the best music possible, man. That's really all it is, and feeling the
music
vibe
for the people, bro.
Yep, for yourself and the people.
Absolutely,
of course.
Yep.
Well, let's do this, man, because I think we're about to wrap it up. I know me and Keyz both didn't want to go crazy long, but the conversation went fucking nice.
It's all good.
So let's do this, man. I want you guys to sign off, but what I really want to hear from you guys, I want you guys to give a message to your future selves 5 years from now. What do you want to tell Keyz? What do you want to tell Chris? What do you want to tell Drive By? Straight up.
What I want to tell Keyz is, man, you're fucking wild, bro. You do a lot of shit, but just keep doing what you're doing, man. Something's gonna pay off, bro. You'll be alright.
Same thing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Work hard. I know you doubted yourself for a long time, but don't, because you might like something, somebody else might not like it, but then that other person over here, they might like it. So fuck that person that doesn't like it and do you. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I've learned. You know, I've just been doing myself and not giving a fuck about what anybody thinks.
For me, I would just say, stay grounded. Stop worrying about what people think, and
absolutely
just keep doing it, because I mean, like he said, we're starting to get some traction, and people are starting to like pay attention. Like maybe in the future, 5 years from now, I won't be thinking about all the negative stuff. So just keep that, like, this is a message to me, so keep that mentality.
Nice.
Absolutely.
And for me, I think I'll be like, thanks for the new shoes.
Don't trip, bro. You gonna be on that private jet with us.
Gang.
Trip, bro.
Yeah, let's get it.
Hey, yo, shout out one time to the I8 Music Podcast.
Yes.
Tony
Appreciate you
Slumz.
guys. Absolutely. Yeah.
Slumz on the beat.
Shout out Omar, who couldn't be here with
yes,
us
sir.
today. But you know, he started a really great platform for these artists down here in the Valley. You know, and I really want to continue to see you guys shine. You know, and in whatever way that we can help, you know, we're definitely gonna be here and keep supporting this podcast, man, because you guys were really a really good stepping stone for all of us. So
And
I'll put it to you guys like that.
For anyone else who's hearing this and still wants to do an interview as well, I will be doing interviews along with Omar if he can't make it. So please feel free to just reach out, because we want to get everyone's stories.
Absolutely.
And clearly, I'm pretty good at talking, man. Let's have some fucking
No, man,
fun.
we should have had some beers, bro. Should have had at least some beer. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's
Nah, it was cool.
Honestly, I think
It
I might
was
just go
cool,
give me one
but,
right now. man.
Yeah, right now let's go get beers. All
Nah,
right,
let's go
we're
get
sober.
beers.
signing out. Thank y'all for listening.
Alright, guys, we'll see you guys later, man. Fucking drive by. See you guys later, y'all.
Hey.
How long?